While training Elektra, another young student, for the Chaste, Stick discovered that she was a potential Black Sky, a powerful being capable of mass destruction. Just as the Hand was determined to capture a Black Sky for their own purposes, the Chaste was resolved to prevent them from securing such a weapon, and so Stick was ordered to kill Elektra and end the threat. But having grown attached to the girl, he instead turned against his comrades and helped her escape, sending her to live with a wealthy Greek family. In Harlem, New York, young Carl Lucas was jumped and beaten, motivating him to go to a gym where he was trained to box by Willis Stryker. The following year, Lucas and Stryker were arrested for stealing a Corvette. After the liberation of the Inhuman population, which served the Kree many years earlier, they found little peace on Earth, often at war with the larger human population who viewed them with suspicion and fear. As a result, some of their kind departed the planet and settled upon the moon, where they founded the city of Attilan, establishing a caste system under a monarchy, where Inhumans were assigned positions based on the traits they developed after undergoing Teragenesis. By the 1990s, many had grown enraged by their rigid system, with no hope of ever changing their position in society. This then led the Inhumans, Quellan and Amber, to attempt overthrowing King Agon and Queen Rinda. However, they ultimately failed and were banished, leaving behind their young children, Medusa and Crystal. With the city slowly stabilizing after the attempted revolution, the sons of the king and queen underwent Teragenesis in order to reveal their true selves by acquiring their inhuman powers. However, the event proved devastating for the royal family, as Blackagar, the heir to the throne, was given a voice so powerful it could potentially destroy the city, forcing him to remain silent for much of his life. His younger brother Maximus also underwent a unique but opposite transformation, receiving no special powers or abilities at all, and in fact losing his inhuman genes entirely. Unfortunately, both children faced difficulties as a result of what occurred, with Maximus growing increasingly jealous and angry towards his elder brother, while Blackagar was traumatized when he accidentally spoke in front of his parents, killing them both instantly. Blackagar, who became known as Black Bolt, then inherited the crown of Attilan and fell in love with Medusa, who became his queen. In 1999, Hydra agent John Garrett recruited a young Grant Ward after he was arrested for burning down his family home. John then left the boy to fend for himself in the wilderness of Wyoming for 5 years to prove worthy of training. During a New Year's celebration in Bern, Switzerland, Tony Stark met the scientist Aldrich Killian, who asked him about an investment into his think tank, Advanced Idea Mechanics. And while Tony told the man to meet him on the roof of the building to discuss the matter further, he did not show up, turning Aldrich from a potential ally into a lifelong enemy. In the year 2000, a car crashed into a truck containing experimental chemicals, killing Brian and Alyssa Jones along with their son Philip. However, their daughter Jessica managed to survive, though she was badly injured and comatose for a time. When Jessica Jones finally awoke, she learned the fate of her family and that she'd been adopted by a talent agent named Dorothy Walker, who was using the situation as a publicity stunt to promote a TV show. Over time, Jessica discovered that the accident left her with superhuman abilities, such as super strength, enhanced healing, enhanced speed, and a limited ability to fly, similar to jumping very high and gliding back down to Earth. While living with the Walkers, Jessica learned that Dorothy was an abusive mother and vowed to protect her new sister Trish, forming a close bond of friendship between them. Later this year, a mortar shell created by Stark Industries struck the home of the Maximoff family in Sokovia, killing the parents of Pietro and Wanda, who dedicated the next several years to seeking vengeance against those they believed responsible for their hardships. In 2001, NASA sent Will Daniels and 3 scientists through an ancient device known as the Monolith in order to investigate the planet on the other side. However, only Daniels survived the harsh planet and mysterious predator living there, becoming stranded in an underground bunker, unable to return to Earth. After the destruction of the Twin Towers in the terrorist attack of September 11th, Frank Castle enlisted in the United States Marine Corps. As America prepared to engage in a global war on terror, Thaddeus Ross convinced the military to approve the Biotech Force Enhancement Project in order to create an army of super soldiers like Captain America. Later this year, the Hand struck a deal with Harold Meacham, offering him a chance to survive his terminal illness, and even helped him kill the wealthy Rand family so he might take full control of Rand Enterprises, causing their plane to crash in the Himalayan mountains. And while both parents were killed, their 10-year-old son, Danny Rand, survived and was found by monks belonging to the Order of the Crane Mother, who took the boy to live and train with them in the extra-dimensional city of Kunlun. In 2003, Hydra orchestrated the American invasion of Iraq. Back at S.H.I.E.L.D., Agent Phil Coulson and Melinda May were sent to retrieve an object of unknown origin, also known as an 084, in Russia, where they engaged against the soldiers of Anton Ivanov. Although Phil Coulson was captured, Agent May was able to escape with the 084 and eventually returned to free her colleague. In 2004, Bruce Banner joined the Biotech Force Enhancement Project at Culver University. After passing the test and living for 5 years in the wilderness, Grant Ward was visited by John Garrett, who formally recruited him into S.H.I.E.L.D. in order to serve as a deep cover agent for Hydra. In this same year, 2 of Grant Ward's future colleagues, Leo Fitz and Gemma Simmons, began their studies at the S.H.I.E.L.D. Academy of Science and Technology. In New York, following the supposed death of Harold Meacham due to cancer, his son Ward became CEO of Rand Enterprises. However, in truth, Harold survived his illness and even stopped aging thanks to his deal with the Hand, taking up residence in a secret apartment and continuing to run the company through his son. Love audiobooks? Then be sure to check out Audible, where they have the world's largest collection available. Simply sign up through the link in the description box below and get 2 free audiobooks to start out. A special thanks to all those who contribute to CivilizationEx, like Sir Jeremiah Ironside, Knight of Sword and Spear, Lucas Glass of Salt Spear, Knight of the Iron Shield, Sir Dayron of House Ashford, and Christ Wilder, the Crimson Shadow, Knight of the Old Republic. If you'd like to help CivilizationEx, click on the Patreon link, and please be sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and click on the links to see more.